Well, being called a melt by a sitting Reform councillor was not on my 2026 bingo card, but here we are. So I made a video asking one simple question. Will Sunderland Reform bring back the air show? That's it. Didn't throw any abuse out there, didn't throw any insults at anyone. Just a simple question. And instead of answering, one of Sunderland's own Reform councillors thought this was the best way to respond. What an absolute melt this boy is. A wannabe rapper, a wannabe councillor, bore off, silly lad. You have no idea what's going on in the background. Yep, a sitting councillor said that. But that's water off a duck's back to me. What really interested me was his final line. You have no idea what's going on in the background. Now that suggests to me like there is movement in the background on the air show, right? Interesting. So after Councillor quickly wrote this message, something interesting happened. It wasn't just me asking questions anymore. One person asked, like what? Exactly. Like what's going on in the background? Someone else said, wow, for a sitting councillor, do you really think that this is appropriate? Then another comment appeared. Big things coming. Can't tell you what though. It's good to know our elected officials value transparency, just like Nigel and his dirty backhanders. So Michael, if something's going on in the background, tell us. What is going on in the background about the air show? We are all dying to know. But what I don't think anyone will accept is you hinting at secret plans behind the city's back. So Michael, the invitation is still there. Not for another insult, not for another cryptic comment. Just a straight answer. What's going on in the background? So let's go through this together. Go through all of his message and rebut each section personally. Apparently, I'm an absolute melt. Well, fair enough. It's not really a big deal that, so let's move on to the next bit. Next up, he said, wannabe rapper. Now that's the actual bit that annoyed me the most of the message. As I've spent years performing, won 12 National Entertainment Awards and become a Hall of Fame inductee, and in October, I'll be representing Great Britain against Team USA in Las Vegas. So I think we are a little bit past wannabe at this stage. Then, called me a wannabe councillor. Now you can have that one. I do want to be a councillor again one day, and I hope you are still in the chamber when that does happen. Because I enjoy standing up for Sunderland. I enjoy debating. I enjoy holding whoever's in power to account, whether that be Labour or Reform. But like I said, he said something at the end that was far more interesting than any of the insults he threw out at the start. You have absolutely no clue what's going on in the background. So Michael, let's have the conversation. What exactly is going on in the background? Because if you're hinting that Reform are going to bring back the air show, then that's fantastic news, and I think the people of Sunderland deserve to know. I've said all along, if Reform do bring back the air show, I'll give them credit. So is that what you meant though, Michael? Did you mean that the air show was coming back and you're making those moves in the background? Because that's what it came across like to me. Or did you mean something else? And if you meant something else, what did you mean? Because here's the problem. The public don't know. You hint that something is happening in the background, but instead of telling people what's actually happening, you insult them and call them a melt. Surely the people of Sunderland deserve better than your cryptic comments and insults. I've always tried to keep one line in politics. I'll criticise policy, I'll criticise parties, but I'll try my hardest not to criticise you personally. Because once politics becomes playground insults like calling each other a melt, then everybody loses. Agree or disagree? Talk to me.